I got some new fish, African cichlid fish to be exact, coming in from River Cichlids, and you know I got a discount code for you at the end of the video. Let's go! It's always an exciting time when you get new fish, especially when you get them from River Cichlids. Why? Because River Cichlids has some of the dopest fish in the game. And you're about to find out right now if you didn't already know. This first box has 2 bags in it, and they're very big bags. Let's see what we got here. I don't even know what they sent me. We're about to find out together. Ooh, a big, huge Venustus cichlid. Look at that guy. That's a monster. Oof. It says 6 3/4 inches. That's a big old stud. And I can see that beautiful blue face. I hope he does well with my current Venustus that's in the tank right now. We gotta keep an eye on that. Let's float this guy right now. So he's going in my 30-gallon quarantine tank that I just set up yesterday. Right here, guys. This is gonna be the QT for all these guys for the next 2 to 3 weeks. I got my CChem ammonia alert right there to let me know if there's any ammonia in the tank. I got nothing but a sponge filter and a little bit of CChem matrix for more surface area and a little low budget heater in the back there just to keep the temperature around 81, 82-ish. Next in the box, another big old bag. We have, what's this guy? Ooh, I see some yellow. A Z-Rock, baby, an OB Z-Rock. Usually a Z-Rock has that one yellow stripe over his back, but look at this guy. All yellow with a blue face. Oh man, he looks good. And 6 inches, baby. Let's float him. Ooh, he looks good. Man, I like it. All right, River Cichlids, 2 for 2. Venus is still doing well. Oh man, look at that face. Look at those colors. All right, let's keep going. Next box. 1 box down. 2 big fish in that first box. This one's probably holding about 3 or 4, maybe 3. 4 might be too much for this box. River always with the notes in every box, making sure you acclimate your boys correctly. All right, I see 1, 2, 3 big bags. These are big boys. That's why they're boxed separately. So first one, I see the label says Taiwan Reef, one of my favorite African cichlids. And his size is 6 1/4 inches. Hello. Hello, look at that stud muffin. That guy is huge. That looks much more than 6 1/4 inches. But look at that color. I love the difference in the face, the body, the dorsal fin, the tail fin. Look at those. Oof, floaty time. Check him out. Ooh-wee. It's like we're best buds. I love it. Get some of this stuff out of here. Floaty. Looking very calm too. I see all these guys are very calm right now. No one's losing their mind or going nuts because they're in their bag. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. Next up. Next big old bag is gonna be, I don't see a label. Let me see the label first. An albino Taiwan Reef, 6 inches. Oh, look at that pinky. I see a lot of pink right there. Check that out. Ooh, that's very albino. Even his face has a little baby bluish color to him. I like it. Very, very nice. Very different from what I already have in the tank. Check out the close-up. Mr. DeVille, let me get a close-up. Look at that dark neon pink. The rest of the body, a nice little rosemary pink, kinda. Ooh, Snake River. I'm liking it a lot. Last but not least. Oh, wow, what is this? Look at this beautiful color. What's this stud right here? Oh, a red empress. I haven't had a red empress in so long. I love me a good red empress. I love them. Red empress, one of my favorites. Hope this boy grows to be a big, huge boy. All right, last one floated, and check the water level of the QT tank. I left it a little bit low on purpose so that when I float these big boys, the water does not overflow out of the tank. All the boys are floating. We're gonna leave them alone for 10-15 minutes and then they're going straight into the QT. This tank was set up yesterday. It does not have a cycle, so of course we're gonna add Seachem Prime to dechlorinate that tap water and to detoxify any ammonia that will accumulate in this tank. And we're also adding Seachem Stability to help kickstart the beneficial bacteria production, also helping to keep this water safe for these big boys. Now, some of you are gonna ask and wonder, what really is the point of quarantine? Because some people don't even do it at all. The obvious answer is preventing disease from getting into your main tank, but we'll get there in a second. First, I want you to take a look at what these guys are doing right now. They are very scared and timid right now. Look at the lack of movement. Look at them all huddled in one corner over there. They're very, very scared right now. They're in a new environment. They got this brand new light that they haven't seen in at least 24 hours because they've been in darkness inside that box. They're in new water parameters that are not going to be exactly the same as the water parameters they were currently in. And who knows if these guys were even together or not, where they came from. So they got brand new neighbors even within themselves. If I were to add these guys into my main display tank right now with these monsters, they would absolutely destroy these guys. They would pick up on the fact that they're scared and they're weak. They don't know where they are. They don't know what they're doing. And they would start bullying them immediately to push them all down to the bottom of the totem pole. And you could easily end up killing your brand new fish right off the bat. Well, not you. The other fish could kill them. Another reason is when they're in this state of shock and scared, they're not going to eat very well either. So putting them in your main display and feeding the entire tank, if these guys aren't trying to eat in the beginning, that's going to be detrimental to their health as well. So quarantine helps to keep these guys isolated away from everybody else, give them time to recover, feel a little bit more safer, and also build up their appetite. And even though these guys look very stressed and timid right now, take a look at the quality of their colors. Usually when fish are stressed, they'll get dimmed and dulled, but this is the quality that Snake River Cichlids supplies to you. I can only imagine after a month or so and they're in the main tank how bright and beautiful these guys are gonna look if they look this way right now. Now, let's get to the disease part of it. What could happen if you just drop them into a tank like this? Look at how many fish are in here. Look how much disease can spread from fish to fish. And let me tell you, I have been battling an internal parasite inside this tank. I would medicate it, get a fish cured of the internal parasite, and then a couple weeks later, I see another fish with some sunken belly and some white stringy poop, because the parasite is very contagious and they can spread it amongst each other. I don't wish this to happen to any one of you by just simply adding a new fish into your main tank, because once you have to deal with a disease like that, it's most likely you're gonna have to deal with it forever. And I know, even though it's in there right now, that doesn't mean I wanna add a brand new fish that has a full-blown parasite into the tank as well. It could be a different internal parasite, some other species of parasite that this tank doesn't currently have. So I'm not trying to add anything new that I'm already battling in here. If you don't think that it could happen to you, if you don't think that you could wipe out your entire tank by just adding one infected fish, I have news to tell you, it can definitely happen to you. I'd rather go through a little bit of a quarantine, try my best to eliminate anything they could possibly have, and then add them into the tank. First, every quarantine tank that I set up, I always dose the QC, which is Seachem Paragard and Seachem Metroplex. And yes, I do auto-medicate. Why? Because if you decide not to medicate at first, and you wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you don't see any problems, and then on week 3, you start seeing some signs and symptoms of disease, now you're gonna start medicating at that point, and your quarantine process starts on that day. That's day 1. Seachem Paragard is a great external prophylactic. It's going to treat bacterial, fungal, and parasitic disease, including the main monster that we all know, ick. Seachem Metroplex treats internal and external parasites, yes, ick as well, but also the very common Hexamida internal parasite. The combination of these two medications is safe and effective, and it's going to treat a wide range of very well-known diseases, making sure that your guys are ready to go into the main when quarantine is complete. Paragard is 1 capful for every 20 gallons. I'm going to put 2 capfuls into this 30-gallon tank. Metroplex is 1 scoop per 10 gallons. So I'm going to put 3 of these little scoops into the tank. Now, my method is that I dose the QC every day for at least 10 days. That doesn't mean that the quarantine is finished in 10 days, But after 10 days, I like to cut back on the medications and then start to observe the fish to see if there's any signs or symptoms of disease or external parasites. Have they begun eating? Is their appetite very strong? Are they looking for the food when it's in the tank? Now, I usually do about a 2-week quarantine, but it's recommended to do at least a 30-day quarantine to make sure that they are completely disease-free. Honestly, I'm a little bit impatient and I love to see my new guys in the main tank with everybody else, but I also do periodically medicate the main display tank as well, so that'll cover anything that might pop up. So we'll wait about 2 weeks and then get them into the main tank. That's that video right there. And if you wanted to order some of your very own studs from Snake River Cichlids, make sure that you use code KaveFall15 and you'll get 15% off. Before you go, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side. Peace.